Happy rising. Happy rising. Happy rising. It is Wednesday. It's me, Wanda D, the Motivational Queen, and this is the Wake Up Winning Call. How you doing, kings and queens and everybody in between? Yes, this is where we gather in the morning to kick off our day, to understand how valuable we are to the universe, to understand how significant we are to the world. Yes, yes, yes. It's me, Wanda D, the Motivational Queen, and I want to welcome you. I want to ask you when you come on to please hashtag Wake Up Winning, hashtag I Am Enough. Tell me where you're tuning in from. That would be great. Please like and share the video. Yes. Let's invite some folks in. See what we could come up with. You know, I feel really lonely without my music. Let me see what I can do. I'm not trying to fight Facebook. I have other things to do besides fight Facebook. So, let me see if I could do something else. I tell you. Remember, guys, we need to drink our water so we can stay hydrated, eat our fruit so we can have a fruitful day. Make sure we start our day off with setting intention. You know, all the things that we do matter. Trust and believe that all the things that we do matter. Everything is important. I don't know why. It just is. So, what are you going to do today to bring you closer to your goal? So I was trying to find something. A couple things. One thing. So since I can't play YouTube, I'm going to play something else. I'm going to play a poem from my CD.
So, the shape of her behind and the sway from side to side mesmerizes you? Don't be. Now you think you're impressed by the size of her breasts and the feeling of the caress. Don't be. You admire admire the muscles in her thighs and the twinkles in her eye, don't be. And you really quiver when you look at her lips. Now stop that. Do you know why you're so turned on by what you see? The outer look is what has you hooked, but surely you must know that she will up and go. She will leave you just as quick as you taste that. She will break your heart and never look back. Unless you discern the lady trapped inside. The lady, she will amaze and inspire you to reach heights that no climax can provide you. The lady, she will take your mind to places you never knew existed, opening secret doors to release your full aura. The lady, she will dance with you and plan with you in hopes that you discover all the man in you. The lady, she will build you up and fill your cup with treasures that's sure to bring out the best in you. The lady, she will push you and pull you, encourage you to be all that God has planned for you. Look for the lady. Now don't settle for her style, for it's only a camouflage. Dig deep. That's where you find the unleashing of her mind. Dig deep, dig deep, dig deep. Don't take a peek and run. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look for the lady. With dancing canvases and playing connect the dots, she'll glance up for guidance before picking a spot. Now realizing that it's her time to hold the paintbrush in her hand, sadly she'll spin down into slippery slopes of paralyzing pictures. Their colors are shades of gray, with hopes of color strokes finding vivid tones, praying that the pain fades away. Look for the lady. Look for the lady. She'll stand designing another picture featuring the great I am. Look for the lady. She'll smile as the colors cooperate. The bleeding convinces that her love is not too late to paint the perfect picture. Just look for the lady. Just look for the lady.
Yes, I need something. I need some music. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was a track from my I Am Enough CD. That was original music. No copyrights, infringements. That was my poetry. And that was me. So, kings and queens and everybody in between, how you doing? It's Wednesday. I'm wishing you a super fantastic day and reminding you to set intentions. Setting intentions is so powerful, especially when we start our day off. You know, after you do whatever your morning ritual is, mine consists of meditating, writing. I do just some energy work, you know, kind of getting myself grounded and centered, making sure that I'm focused on creating, you know, because I do believe that that's part of our power in terms of creating what it is we want to accomplish. So we have to do that very strategically and just intentional in everything. So I want to ask you, please, when you come on, to just drop your name in the space so I can say hello to you. That would be great. Oh, something in my eye. Don't you just hate that? Remember to drink your water so we can stay hydrated. And eat your fruit. My fruit for the day is watermelon. And it smells so good. I don't want to chew on your face, because that would be rude. Try not to be rude. Try not to. Good morning, April. How are you, lovely? Yes, queen. So, how are you doing today? I haven't seen you in forever. Yes. I know you're somewhere singing, lifting up the world, as always. You know, we're on this 30-day, 1 gallon of water for 30 days celebration. Celebrating life, celebrating our health, which is very important. You know, waking up winning is that concept and that mission to just make sure that we're waking up in all areas of our life. So we want to wake up in our health. We want to wake up in our finances. We want to wake up in our talents and our goals, you know, and just pursue life. You know, I heard yesterday, I got like this message scrolled across my screen that Kate Spade had passed. And then I was like, wow. You know, like, I didn't know, you know, what had happened or anything. So I kind of like just researched it a little bit. And she committed suicide. And I said, wow. Now, Kate Spade is a designer, for some of you that may not know that. And on, what was it, this past Mother's Day. Okay. Let's do lunch next or late dinner next week. Are you saying next week? Sure. Whatever you say, darling, I'm in for it. So Kate Spade, you know, she's a designer, and Mother's Day, was it Mother's Day? Mother's Day, my daughter got me a bag. And right, it blew your mind too. So, you know, I had my Kate Spade bag. She got me this beautiful purse, you know, wallet matching, you know, my Mother's Day gift. I was like, okay, that's nice, you know. So, and then I get the message that she's committed suicide. 55 years old. 55 years old. Absolutely. I just reflected on how, and I got my mama's glasses on, because I can't find my glasses, and I really can't see out of hers. I could read this part. But I started to reflect on, you know, that whole suicide, that dark place where people get into where they feel like they have to take their life. You know, suicide is a very dark place, and I have been there. You know, I remember as a kid taking a whole bunch of pills wanting to die because I found out I was pregnant, and you know, it was like just awful. I ended up having an abortion, and but I really tried to kill myself, you know. It was just like, it's like, wow. And I reflected on that, and then too I thought about a good friend of mine that I lost, Richie. And he killed himself. And he killed himself right before I moved to Atlanta. And I had saw him like about two weeks before that. You know, and that was really troubling to me. You know, I really thought like, wow, could I have said something different to him? Could I have, you know, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. You know, I went into this kind of like a little guilty for just allowing it to happen, but knowing now, you know, I knew that I didn't have anything to do with it. But he was in a very dark place. He was going through something at home with his family, not really feeling like he was taking care of his family the right way. And I don't know, guys, just as I tell this story, it just brings up so many emotions inside of me, because as kids, you know, he lived on the street where my auntie lived, on the corner, and he lived with his grandmother. And I knew he had been through a lot as a kid. You know, his mother was kind of out there in the street, and he was raised by his grandmother, and she wasn't really nice to him. But we were friends, and I would look forward to seeing him every time I would go over there as a kid. My grandparents, they would take me over there when they would like go out of town, or when they would go on trips that I didn't really want to go on, being that I was the only kid, so I would want to go over to my Aunt Maggie's house. And he lived on the corner, and we became really good friends. So later on in life, I seen him and ran into him, and he came over, and we just sat there and we chatted. And then about 2 weeks later, I was moving from Michigan to Atlanta. I was moving from Detroit, and about shortly after that, my grandmother calls me, and she said, do you remember that little boy that used to live down the street from Maggie? And I said, yeah, because I had just seen him. And I said, yeah. She said, well, Maggie just told me that his grandmother said he killed himself. I fell out. I was like, no. So when I saw that story about her, and then I just reflected on just how so many of us, and it doesn't matter. See, and this is the thing about it is, I really want to express how we have to get a grip around our happiness. We got to find that sweet spot of happiness to where we don't even consider ending our life. We don't feel like, we don't consider throwing in the towel, and waking up winning is that spirit that has to push you past all of those low vibrational thoughts of, I can't make it, and it's very hard. It takes work. It takes the discipline of knowing your worth. And that's why I titled, or I tried to, I don't know if I was successful. Y'all know sometimes I fight. Okay, so I did. So that's why I titled it Knowing Your Worth, because when we start to really know our worth, and we start to really feel like, you know what, I have a responsibility to myself to stay here and do as much as I can for me and for everybody around me. Knowing my worth is everything that I can put on me being empowered, and when I look at those tragedies, happy rising Willie, happy rising Sean, happy rising kings and queens. Just talking about knowing your worth, and how when you figure that out, because I think we've all had those moments, some of us more than others, and some of us more severe than others, of feeling that spirit that will take us out, and that spirit that will take us down into this really dark place. So as we start to come alive, or as I started to reflect on her passing, and I said, wow. And I looked at my purse, and I said, wow, like, even in her success, it wasn't enough. So for whatever reasons, I mean, I don't know her personally. I didn't get into the story in depthly. I didn't, it was so fresh and new. I mean, it had just happened. It was like breaking news. This just happened. And this was yesterday. So I'm sure today more answers will be revealed as to maybe why, or even people talking to her can probably shed some light on just her, as a person, and knowing that. But you never know. And that's the thing. You never know who is in those dark places, and if I could have, I think back on when my friend ended his life. I think back on, if I had known that he was in a dark place, I'm sure I would have canceled my trip to Atlanta. I mean, I really would have. I would have just said, you know what? I'm going to stay here with you until we figure this thing out. Because I don't think that anything is ever that bad. I don't care what it is, for us to say, I'm out of here. It's over. I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. I mean, I do know that there's circumstances in our health. And we do. I really feel like we do will ourselves to death. You know, but when you, I don't know. I'm just struggling with that. As you can see, I'm struggling with that whole situation because I know so many people fight mental dis-ease, fight upsets to where it looks like it's hopeless and there's no alternative than to do that. Happy rising, Lamar. Happy rising, King. How are you today? So today, that's why I want to talk about knowing your worth. Know your worth, because in the morning when I get up and I start my morning rituals, I meditate, I pray, I write, I reflect. Lost a good friend to suicide a couple years ago, right? I do these things because I know that it's something that I must do to keep me grounded. And I think that once we start to really put in our power work, that's what I call it, putting in my power work, the work that keeps me empowered, I think that that's where we can hold our ground to kind of like becoming that oak tree. You know how tough that oak tree is? Planet stays there forever and ever and ever, and will continue to grow and will never falter or fall unless something really, 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 really environmentally happens. But other than that, not going nowhere. And if we take on that same mindset of just doing whatever it takes to keep us grounded. I didn't say balance. Balance is tough. Trust me. I didn't say balance. I say grounded. See, grounded is that's your root chakra. That's the one that holds it all together. That's the one where you're building on everything else. See, if you don't have that right, then everything will fall. And that's what we're witnessing. We're witnessing success. I share the experience of the success that you think you have, but you really don't, because you don't have that root together. So you can go out here and you can create millions of dollars. You can create a lifestyle that people look at and they think is picture perfect, and they see all of this stuff going on, and then that foundation is not solid. That the roadmap, or I should say, that layer that holds up everything is cracked. It's brittle. It's breaking. It's not good. Until we get that part right, the success that you put on top of that won't matter. It'll just come crashing down. I'm feeling some kind of way. I don't know. I should have probably looked at my chart this morning, because I don't know what emotion I'm in today. But because I made a commitment to come to you, I got to come to you like I am. So I can't come to you fake. I can't come to you, like, I don't know. I'm just coming to you like I'm coming to you. And I hope that you can ride with me today through this short conversation that we have, and trust and believe at the end we're gonna be all right. At the end of it, you're gonna feel good. I'm gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good, and we're still gonna stick on purpose. And that is knowing that we have worth. See, when you have worth, then you start to build properly. When you know that, when you really connect with your ancestors, and you know that they went through something. See, and that's another thing. That's like the reminder to me, is when I look on my altar right here and I see my ancestors, and I'm reminded of why I'm doing what I'm doing. What price did they pay for me to get here? So I can't squander that. And even through history, historically, our ancestors, if historically you can't think, I can't believe that Harriet Tubman fought her fight freeing slaves, and then I'm going to have to come here and just give it up just because life is not shining bright on me right now. She didn't give it up. She fought. She got cut up. She lost her physical beauty in this process. I mean, she had a bounty on her head, but still she pushed through. So to me, that's the attitude that I have to embrace in order for me to keep pushing through, in order for me to keep pushing through when situations come up, and I just have to look at it and be like, yep, I'm going to handle that. I'm going to deal with it, and I'm going to keep on going. That's the spirit of waking up winning. We can't let these insignificant things affect us to where we want to go out here and end it all. Especially when you still got work to do. I mean, here she was a designer, in her craft, in her, pocket of understanding that, yes, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it. She's marketable. She's in every store. She got her own stores going on. And you mean to tell me that something has gotten under your skin that much to where you just want to end it all? Come on now. And the truth is, black folk ain't never really had a problem with money that we want to end it all because we ain't got it. Because truth be told, we always trying to get it. So we ain't gonna end it all because of money. Now we'll do it all. I mean, life will happen to us. We'll end it all because of something else. But not money. Nah, that ain't gonna be it. It'll be love. It'll be a broken heart. It'll be depression. But I'm just saying. These are just my thoughts, my opinion. What do you say? What do you think about that? Do you know your worth? I want you to type, I know my worth. If you can type, I know my worth. Because the thing about it is, when I wrote this book, I Am Enough, I was coming out, when I wrote this book, I was kind of coming out of a dark place of life turning upside down on me. I mean, I was struggling in my business. My house here went into foreclosure. I lost my house. I was evicted. I end up on my mom's couch, and I was like, how the hell did I get here? I was the person that always had it together. That was, shopping, designer stores, doing my thing, kids, in private school. I was, life was great for me. And then all of a sudden, life turned upside down. And I was in some pretty dark places, but I turned all the way inside, and it was all about, what? I can't quit. I can't give up. I gotta just be creating. I mean, I wrote a poem. It's not in this book. It's in another. It was so funny how when I was doing this book, and because I was in such a high creative flow, I basically got another book, but I didn't, I was just writing. And so it's like tucked away somewhere. I got to blow the cobwebs off of it. But this right here was like my release, my saying, you know what? I got to let people know that I am enough. Not me, but you. Yes. And yes, me is yes, me and you. I am enough can be your foundation for no matter what happens, no matter what life brings you, that you'll say, you know what? I'm enough to get over this shit. I'm enough to bounce back. I'm enough to come up. See, because you cannot come up if you haven't been knocked down. You can't bounce back if you haven't been taken back. So you have to always put into place what, I've said it before. You have to have your toolbox, your resources to where you can flip through the pages and you can be like, okay, heartbreak, boo, 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 boo. Let me turn that. Page 39. How to deal with heartbreak. You have to have those ideals that let you know that, what, I got a solution for that. turn to the page. Where's the solution for that? Oh, you need some money? Let me figure out which one of these streams I can create. You know, I was just telling you the other day, I lost a whole bunch of product the other day. Whole bunch. But guess what? I can't stop. Guess what? I just had to place another order and keep going because I'm not out of business yet. See, and that's the thing about knowing your worth. I know that I'm not out of business. I know that I still have work to do. I know that this is just one of those things that's going to give me something to talk about. I can't talk about what I don't know about. I can't share with you what I haven't been through. See, my life is full with a bunch of experiences, but when people look at me, they'll be like, oh, you got it going on. No, yeah, no. I'll be like, no, yeah. That's a matter of perception. I know I got it going on. Why? Because I keep pushing through. Your ideal may be looking at it a little sideways, but it doesn't matter because I'm not here to impress you or nobody else. I'm here to impress upon you that no matter whatever it is you're going through, you still have worth. You need to know your worth and you need to continue to wake up winning because you either going to wake up winning or you're going to wake up losing. And when people commit suicide, then they woke up losing and this is what they did. And then the world screams out and cries. I gotta calm down. Happy rising, Nisa. Happy rising, Nisa. Happy rising, love. How are you? Drink your water, guys, so you can stay hydrated. Eat your fruit so you can have a fruitful day. I'm trying to calm down a little bit, but I'm really emotional. You know, I am. Be the first to admit it. I'm a work in progress. Be the first to admit that. But one thing I know for certain, and two things I know for sure, is I am enough. Okay? I don't give a damn what I'm going through. I'm going to reflect back on knowing my worth. I look at these pictures around here, my ancestors, and when I have a hard time and can't figure it out, I say, well, let me pull up my Grandma Candy picture. Let me pull up my Granny Geraldine's picture. Let me go to the sister corner because I think the sister corner can help me out on this one. And then sometimes I need to go to the brother corner. So I pull up my granddaddy and I pull up his daddy and I pull up my great grandmother's daddy. You know, and I say, you know what, fellas, I think I need y'all to help me on this one. This looks like some king shit I need to talk to the kings about. Y'all know I'm real passionate, right? And I'm just hurt. I'm heartbroken because people deal with this spirit of depression, and I don't think they know or they understand the power that they have to overcome it. See, I don't really believe that it takes a whole bunch of external stuff to get over anything. I believe that it takes going inside. It maybe takes getting off social media and leaving this stuff alone. See, because you can run across some whole lot of crazy stuff on social media and it can take you into some dark places. So I really think that when you're trying to fight with the spirit that keeps pulling us back, that you need to get quiet. Matter of fact, I know this. I don't think it. I know it for certain because it's in those moments when you get really, really quiet and centered and then you start to reach for resources like your ancestors that you often overlook because you haven't been taught or trained to do that. So when you know that, you know what, let me go over here and talk to the grand great council, you know. And yes, I don't knock talking to God because I talk to God as a universal source, but I know in my DNA runs my ancestors' blood. See, in your DNA runs your ancestral blood. So if you know that you can go get in the corner and get really quiet to figure this stuff out, to know your worth, and see, my ancestors whisper in my ear and they remind me, you know what? We paid some prices for you to sit where you sit now. We paid some prices for you to do the things that you do now. We paid the prices. We put it in you for you to operate in your grand great spirit. And if you're not going to do it, shame on you. Do anybody hear me out there? Can I get an amen, a hand clap, a hallelujah, some hearts, some love, some something? If I can't get nothing, that's all right. Because I need to say this to myself. Because at any moment, something can come up in your life and can really try to take you out. At any moment, something can test you or challenge you. It could be anything, and it comes through any place. It could come through your job. It can come through your children. It can come through your husband, your wife, your friends, anything, your relationships. You know, at any point, your shit can start unraveling and you feel like you just don't know what to do. So this is why I'm saying to you that this is why you got to hold on to your waking up winning spirit. You got to hold on to your commitment of your self-worth, of knowing that I don't care what you think about what I'm going through. I know that I can win today. I don't care what you think about what I've been through. I know that I have the victory today. That has to be your spirit. So when you get up in the morning and you start your day out, that you can set those principles in place, that you can open up your toolbox. And it's okay if you had a rough night the night before. It's okay that you had a rough week. It's okay that your bank account went into the negative, because you know that you got enough strength in you and you know enough people around you to get it back on track. You know, it's okay. But never let something take you down to the point that you're going to commit suicide, that you're going to go into those dark places and stay there. Never allow that to happen. It's a choice. It is definitely a choice. And I wish that everybody could get on this bandwagon, see, because let me tell you this. The cards are stacked against you. The defeat is looking for you. But you got to know that you're greater than any defeat and that you can stand and tower knowing that you have the victory. You know what I don't get? Happy rising, Happy rising, Reginald. Happy rising, Urban Spice Magazine. Oh, Jesus. Okay, y'all. I'm hot. That means that I done got fired up. And I'm going to just breathe for a minute. You know, because I still got some more to say. And I'm going to remind you to drink your water, okay? Let's drink some water right now. Can we do this together? I need to do this just because I want to tone it down a little bit just so I can finish what I got to say. Yes. Yes, Queen. Overcomers. And we got to get the victory. We have to. And we got to help everybody else get the victory. And the only way we could do that is set deliberate intention. You know, as I was just stating, life comes and life goes. What you do with your life is all up to you. I choose to meet you in the morning around 6-ish. I choose that. I could be doing something else. I could be working. I could be playing. I could be out in the street. I could be doing anything else. But I choose to do this. Why? Because I feel like I'm called to do it. I feel like I need to do it. I need it for me. I need it for you. So, knowing your worth has to be that solid, unwavering commitment to self. Solid, unwavering commitment to self. It has to be. You cannot mess around with yourself to where you feel like you don't have anything to give. You don't have any reason to turn the light switch on and to make it another day. It pains me to see people depressed, sad, broken spirit, it pains me because I've been there, but I'll pass through it. See, it's life's ebbs and flows of life. You know, you up, you down, but then when you can figure out that you don't have to go so far up, and therefore you don't have to drop so far down, you can try to like just kind of like, you know, like, oh yeah, like it's a little bumpy, it's a little rocky, and you just kind of riding the wave. It's like when you get the news, whatever the news may be, that's opposite of what you was looking for. You be like, that's not the news I was looking for. But let me go over here in this corner. Let me get really quiet. Let me just reflect on how great God is. Let me reflect on how great my journey has been to bring me this far. Let me reflect on all of that, and then guess what? Whatever it is, it starts to shrink and it gets smaller. It'd be like, okay, and so what? I'm still here. Because in the worst situations, you always have to come back to, I'm still here. You're still here. And you're not going nowhere until you decide to go somewhere. See, I believe that because we have this spirit connection, you're connected to the spirit. Now, it's up to you on how you activate it. But if you know that you're standing like a giant and from the crown of your head goes right up to the universe, then you saying, you know what? I could do anything. I just got to get my mind right. The only confusion is what you're thinking about. That's the only confusion. That's the confusion that will take your ass out. When you start thinking that I can't do this, and da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. You have this long laundry list of negativities. You didn't mess yourself up. You didn't hit yourself in the head. So I just want to say to us all, let's stop hitting ourselves up in the head. Let's take those opportunities that we get the upset phone call, and let's take that as to be, you know what? I didn't got this upsetting phone call. See, this is me all day long. I got 1,000 of these. They everywhere. I could throw them up and they all come down. But I write. I get a thought and I write. So how about you get that upsetting phone call and you pull you out a index card and you write down what happened on that phone call. Then you flip that bad boy over and you start writing down all the things that you're grateful for. That's a celebration. That's a celebration to be had. That's a reason to call up or get on the Facebook Live and talk about that stuff. Talk about how, you know what, I got this upsetting phone call, but then I turned that card over. You know, Wanda D, the motivational queen, gave me this one tip, and that SHIT will work every time. Because you let one thing take you out. You cannot let 25 things take you out, because I guarantee you that you got a million things to be grateful for. Y'all feel me? Y'all hear me? What you say, Queen? Yes, we can talk ourselves into a crazy moment. We need to start speaking positive vibes. Absolutely. It's the only way. I want us to do a celebration. When you get, it's not going to be if, it's going to be when. When you get that situation that knocks you upside your head, I want you to just write down that situation. Pause. Take time to write it down. Okay. So the dot. You write that stuff down, flip that card over, and then start listing gratitude. You know what that will do? That will get you back on track. Because see, what happens is when your train starts to derail and you start thinking that, you know what, I can't even deal with this no more. Let me check out. Let me go check out. But it's all a choice. So see, that's why I say in life, we all get a turn. We all gonna get that portal to exit. But I don't want to go through that portal until my job is done. See, my job isn't done. Your job isn't done because you're still here. So when you get that portal, when that portal opens up and it's time for you to go through it, make sure that you're not leaving nothing on the table. Make sure that you done all of your I am enough assignments. Make sure that you've done all of those, because you do not want to leave anything on the table that should have been accomplished in your lifetime. Yeah, I get it. It's hard. I get it. But it's the knowing that you got the responsibility that you owe to yourself. Let's not even talk about all of the people around you, because just like how my people paid a price for me to be here, I gotta pay a price in for my children, and for their children. So as I was reflecting this morning, I thought I thank God for the fact that I got these beautiful children in my life. I thank God for the fact that I have these beautiful relationships in my life. I thank God for the fact that I'm able to recognize it. Because a lot of times people don't even recognize what they have. So they're walking around very blind, thinking that they don't have anything. But then when you start to recognize that, you know what? I am grateful for that I am. You do not have to go into this dark place and stay there and wallow around in it and suffer. You don't have to do that. You come on out. Say, you know what? Yeah, I did that thing happened. Okay, let me flip this card over. Let me write down my gratitude and let me keep pushing. Let me figure this stuff out. Let me make a phone call here, there. Let me reach out to these people. See, we win through people. We win through projects. That's the only thing that moves us. People, we need each other. This is what we are. We are this big quilt called life. And then you fill it up with the people and the places and the events that come your way. So you know that, hey, I can call on Miss Brenda. I can call on, Miss Stone. Happy rising, Kiki. Happy rising, love. I can call on these people that I need to help me get it back on track. Maybe you need to find some resources and you say, well, let me call on Reginald. He knows these people. I know he could probably turn me on to some whatever I need here. Let me call Lamar. Let me see what he got going on. Maybe and tell him about this situation here. Stop thinking that you have to bear this stuff alone. Go to your ancestors. Your ancestors will speak to you and be like, you know what? Just take a right. The other day, I'll share this with you. The other day, I was trying to get somewhere, and we rely a lot on technology for everything. We like technology. Then you start relying on your instinct because you're relying on technology. See, I was driving and the GPS said, do this. And the GPS started telling you, turn here and turn there, da, da, da. I'm like, that don't even feel right. So you know what I said? I turned off that bad boy and I said, Spirit, guide the way. Guide the way. That's what I said. I had to surrender to what I thought I was doing. I turned it off and said, Spirit, guide the way. Then I heard something say, turn. So I'm driving. And I kept saying, Spirit, guide the way. Turn again. And I kept saying that. And guess what? I arrived at my destination. It wasn't technology that brought me there. It was spirit. It was me believing that the spirit of everything is at my disposal. What are you going to believe today? Are you going to know your worth today? Are you going to participate in your own success today? Or are you going to participate in your own demise today? We got choices. We got choices, kings and queens. And I'm just here for you. I hope that you're here for me. So as we walk this journey out, I hope that this message resonates with you enough for you to want to share it to somebody else that may be feeling a little unsettled, not really cool with what's going on. I hope that it resonates with you enough to where maybe you can pass on this message. Even if you don't want to share the message, that's cool. But maybe something will resonate with you to where you can pass it on. Maybe something will resonate with you enough to where you can put it in action. So that's what I want to leave you with. Know your worth, okay? Never let anything mount up too high that is causing you to feel really low. Remember what I asked you to do? Get that index card out. Write down whatever it was that slapped you up across your face as you going through it. That's when you need to get quiet and get you some understanding about it. And learn the lessons. And then you can grab another card and say, well, what did I learn from it? Because a lot of times we want to just shift it all on, why is it me? It's happening to me and all da. But then you got to reflect a little bit harder, and you got to go in a little deeper, and you got to say, well, what did I learn from it? See, with me, when I lost my merchandise, I learned that, hey, you didn't double check if your car was locked. Okay. You need to start putting your stuff out of plain sight, okay? You need to just slow down. Wanda, you was moving too fast. So that's a lesson that I had to pay for. I didn't pay it now. The debt is paid. And what they say, if you know better, you do better. So I'm just encouraging us all today to remember why we came here. We came here to win, right? True. We didn't come here to lose at life. We came here to win. Now, our definition of winning is subjective, just like success. But I know that we didn't come here to lose. I know that we came here to win, because who doesn't want to win? Who does not want to win? And we can win. We want to win in everything that we touch. We want to win in our relationships. We want to win in our health. We want to win in our finances. We want to win in our career. We want to live in our extended relationships with others. We want to win in our projects. We want to win, and we need to win, and we need to win so other people can see how winning feels like, how winning looks like. So when you wake up in the morning, you need to say, I am a winner. I am enough. I can do this. I can do it. Any challenge that comes my way, you better say, bring it on, doggone it. I know how to get out of here. I know how to get the victory. It doesn't matter what the challenge is. You need to say to yourself, self, and I'll be like this, yes, I can do this. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it big. And I'm going to do it till I can't do it. So when I leave here by the decision and the design for me to leave here, then I know that I haven't left anything on the table. I want people to stand up when I leave here and say, you know what? She didn't leave anything on the table. She left here just the way she wanted to. Hello. Drink your water, guys. Kings and queens and everybody in between. Drink your water. Hey. Tayika, how you doing, lovely? Hey, Quill, how you doing? Okay. I gotta go. I could be going on and on, but y'all have helped me out so much. Our message, our word for the day, our phrase for the day, I should say, know your worth. Hashtag know your worth. Hashtag wake up winning. Drink lots of water. Eat your fruit. My fruit smells so good. I'm eating watermelon. Know that everything is inside of you. Know that you are equipped to win. Guys, I'm going to be rooting for you. I hope that you'll be rooting for me. I love you, love you, love you. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, that's available. I do transformational coaching. My website is IamEnough365.com. Please drop in the feed anything that you have going on that you want us to know about. We cannot support you if we don't know what to support. If you want to leave any websites, feel free to do that. If you want to post any events that you have coming up, feel free to do that. And just keep being amazing. Just keep being amazing. Keep being amazing, and don't let anybody stop you from being amazing. If you want to see more videos, see, I'm calm. I'm trying to calm down. If you want to check out more videos, more information, or anything like that, I have a YouTube channel. You can go there and watch more videos. Also, you can join me every first and third Sunday inside of Instinct Radio on the I Am Enough talk show. This coming up this Sunday, what is it, on the 17th, Father's Day. That's going to be our Father's Day show. I'm actually looking for men, amazing men and women that want to nominate their amazing men. I want to do something special for our men on Father's Day. You all know that I support people. I support people that do great things. So, happy rising, Vanessa. So I just want to encourage everybody, you know, to continue to like and share the video and expect great things to happen. Set your intention. And guess what? I love you, love you, love you. And there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it. It's me, the Motivational Queen, signing out. Peace.